Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DK Tour Fishing. I'm going to do a quick installation for you guys today. Really busy. I am fishing a BassMaster Open tomorrow. So I've been up here at Oneida Lake for almost a week practicing. Today's the day before the tournament. Had a lot to catch up on. Actually, you have to be off the water by 12. I took off this morning. I got some extra sleep, revitalized my brain, get ready for this tournament. Lake's fishing real tough, and I put something together out there, kind of reconfigured my pattern that usually works here, that nothing works here right now, so got something new working right now. I got the Stealth 1 charger for you guys, Stealth 1 DC charger. As you guys know, if you watch my channel, I'm a huge battery head. I'm big into power because I have a lot of electronics on my boat, as you guys can see, or as you guys know. So I got these lithium batteries here. What I'm noticing is that at the end of the day, I have a lot more juice left in my big 125 amp hour battery than my 50 amp hours. They're still getting the job done, but a lot of wind out there on Oneida, and full live wells. So I have a co-angler on the boat, and the trolling motor flying out of the water all day. So I figured, you know what, let me get this DC charger so I could put some of that extra juice from my big battery into my trolling motor batteries, or rather the charge that goes from my motor that goes into my big battery that it cranks off of. Instead of that energy, instead of that power going into my cranking battery, now it's going to redirect it and it's going to put it right into my trolling motor battery. So therefore, like I said, I have extra juice in this battery at the end of the day, a lot of extra juice, over 50%. So ordered from Bass Fishing Electronics. It got here overnight shipping because it was a good deal, and I was like, you know what, I'm about it. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys how to install this thing. It's really self-explanatory, to be honest with you. Here it is right here. It's like 6 pounds, not even. It comes with 4 terminals, 3 actually. And as you can see, God, that thing is noisy. As you can see, the red goes to power in. It's on the positive of your cranking battery, and then your ground is gonna go to the ground terminal, the negative terminal on your cranking battery, and then you have your power out. That's going to go to your trolling motor batteries. So that's where this comes in. It's 2 wires that's put into one thing, and here we have, those are the harnesses, and here you have all the wiring. They labeled it here for you, and it's color coded. So it's really self-explanatory actually, as orange goes to orange, yellow goes to yellow, and red goes to red. I think they gave you 2 different size yellow cables just in case your starting battery, your cranking battery is far away from where you're going to actually mount it. So this is how we're going to do this. First thing I'm going to do, I have to figure out where I'm going to mount this thing. It's actually really small and it's pretty light, and yesterday actually I had to put some new holes, some new screws in this battery tray right here. Some of my screws backed out from really rough water out there on Oneida. It's been really rough. You know, we've had some storms and it's been crazy. Not even gonna get into that right now, but long story short, I have room right here, or I have room right here on this backboard. I think I'm gonna keep it on this backboard right here because it's gonna like keep it more dry, you know, from all the craziness that goes on down there. So I was actually already in the process of taking this thing off, as you guys can see. Just kind of have it hanging on there for you. Okay, so that's good space right there for me to mount the DC charger. They gave me some big, beefy hardware, and in the instructions, the only really thing to the instructions is they specify, make sure you use these spacers in between where you mount it, whether it's in your hull, on a metal, whatever, however you do it, use your spacers. This way this thing has ventilation. Otherwise they will void your warranty. Apparently that's what it says. Things you're going to need for the project: I have some extra hardware here I travel with. Like I said, I was tightening things yesterday, so I have these bad boys right here, a little bit shorter than the ones it came with. I might have to just drill a couple of holes in the back of that board right there, you know, with a drill bit. All right, so good news, I'm not drilling into my hull actually. This metal plate has no hull behind it. It's just metal I'm drilling into. I've taken this one out about 5 billion times to get to my live well pumps, my bilge pump, my through hole transducer that I've installed. I've never had to take this one out. So just be conscious of what you guys do, you know what I mean? Every boat setup and configuration is differently. I got this guy in. You see I have a spacer behind there. I'm gonna replicate that. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make it even. This way I have spacers behind all 4 of my screws and it's secure. Oh yeah, nice. All right, she's in with all her spacers. All right, for this next step, guys, we're gonna just follow the instructions, the labeled instructions. Like I showed you before, we have these harnesses right here, and we have our labeled wires. We're just gonna go orange to orange, yellow to yellow, and red to red, and you know, just a little pair of pliers. This way you can get in here, because there are just, you know, just small hardware that you're going to be working with in there. But simple stuff. I'm going to get these wires put on there, and then I'm going to show you guys how we hook the stuff up to your batteries to make this whole thing function like it's supposed to. The whole magic of this thing, you know, to be able to redirect current to your trolling motor batteries, which is a beautiful thing. So let's get this thing going. Okay, make sure that's nice and tight. I got that lock washer on there to make sure that thing doesn't go anywhere. Okay, that's all good. Just comes with these rubber caps here. You can just cap these up. This way they stay a little bit watertight. And then, you know, they have these back bushings right here. Sorry if the lighting's bad, guys. They'll be drilled right in here, right on the metal, and I could just line them up. Real easy. That's just a couple of holes and a couple of small screws. They're very light, so they'll stay really nice and organized right next to the charger. Other than that, you can just let them hang around, you know, but should probably secure them. All right, now this is where my vice grips come into play. See, it's a stool and a toolbox all in one. It's awesome. We're just gonna follow the labeled instructions right on these wires, and we'll start with orange. This is trolling battery positive, for the same as a trolling motor post positive. So your orange, that's going to your very first positive post on your trolling motor batteries. That first positive post that comes out of my circuit breaker right there, that's the one that's going to get this orange terminal. It's extremely easy. Quick talk on the phone with the owner of the company, and he was very helpful. All right, guys, let's move on down the line here. Our yellow wire, it says breaker DC yellow ground breaker. So that means that this is going to go to our negative, our ground post on our cranking battery over there. Well, this is more of a personal problem, but I have so many accessories hooked up to this battery that I can barely fit another terminal on here. This one's going to fit, though. You better believe I'm going to make it fit. Yes, sir, it's gonna fit. Okay, that's great. Last but definitely not least, we have our crank battery positive, or switch number 1. So, cranking battery positive. Coming right up. All right, we're all hooked up, guys. The only thing left for us to do now, and I'm gonna rush, I have to go to registration for my tournament, but we gotta get these things nice and fancy. We're gonna put them one here, you know, we're gonna line them up, 3 of them right there. I got some screws right here. And besides that, some zip ties on your wiring to make, you know, manage your wires so you don't have spaghetti thrown all over the back of your boat. And right now, the most important thing that I'm going to do is I just turn my graphs on. I want to make sure everything's functioning, everything's good. You know, I want to check my fuses. I just checked my fuses. I made sure that I didn't blow any fuses or anything like that. Okay, graphs work. Trolling motor turns on. No problem. All right, we seem to be functioning properly. I get nervous when doing things like this on the spot. No time to test it out. I have a tournament tomorrow. So I'm gonna make this nice and neat. Whether it's now or after I get back from registration, I'll show you guys. And then I have my Ionic Bluetooth app that I can monitor the functionability of this device right here. I can see how it's affecting my batteries right on my Ionic app. So I love that. If you guys don't have that luxury there, they do sell a gauge that comes with the Stealth charger that's going to pretty much tell you exactly what it's doing. It's like $75. It's actually worth buying. I should have got it, but I'm just didn't really feel like spending the money because I have the Bluetooth app. All right, guys, I'm back. I told you I'd show you the finished product. Here it is. See? I told you I'm fancy. Except for all the metal shavings everywhere. I wish I had a vacuum. I don't know. I'll try to get some of that out with a towel. But, yep, that's that. So now you guys can like and subscribe and all that good stuff.